Alrighty, guys, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Nickel Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Pre-recorded, of course, but I'm still alive. I'm breathing, so life is good. Anyway, all right, we've got three that are going to go out this afternoon. We have here Mr. Alexandro Navarro. Okay, now Alexandro, he bought from me before, and he bought from me again. This is another slim here for him. We did his pink ROL with the seven color changing fading center on it. It's up on Alliance servers. College football revamped, equipped, of course. College hoops 2K8, BO1, BO2, MW2, MW3, Ghost, Advanced Warfare Outpost, Jiggy, Sentinel, Buffington, Purge, you name it, it's on it. Okay, including X Community on our server with our cheats. So, anyway, without further ado, this is RGH3, chipless install, of course. All right, and this is a Corona model. So I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to fire it up here, and I'm going to swap on over the capture card. Okay, I got my controller and of course system booted, and we're going to boot up, and this is a 250 gig drive. All right, and we're going to get some notifications from the server letting us know it's online live and all that other happy nonsense, and our college football updater, of course, and then I'm going to show you what's on this crazy thing. All right, so we're going to go through this thing, and there we go, got it, good. All right, and then we have our college football revamp. Now everything is up to date already. We're just waiting for version 18 to drop for the Xbox. Once that happens, then you're going to use this thing, okay? Because it's very simple. It's a one button thing. It'll download all the updated files, and you'll be able to go with version 18 as soon as it drops for the Xbox 360. All right. So right now, what you're going to do is you're going to hit I'm already up to date. All right, and there you have it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Xbox 360. We start off at the dashboard. You got Battlefield on there. You got Call of Duties on there. You got College Hoops 2K8, of course. And then your Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, Grand Theft Auto 4, Halo 3, Minecraft, NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamped, so on and so forth, and back to the dashboard. Okay, Xbox Live Arcade. All right, you got a ton of Live Arcade on here to play with. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And you have a classic game on there, Thug 2. Then, of course, you have your indie games on there. And you have emulators, okay? You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance. All right, there's over 8,000 ROMs on that thing. All right, now we'll go ahead. We'll hit the dashboard. We'll make sure she's right and tight and up on the network. There we go. And of course, there you have it. Okay, and she's up with a good KV. Hitting the guide button, you will see that we have X Community Beta. Explaining X Community Beta. It's a matchmaking service. It helps Microsoft's matchmaking service actually, and also get you in the games a lot quicker. When you hit this, what you will see is you will see a bunch of sessions going on here. Right now, there's 12 of them. Okay, so you see a bunch of Black Ops 2 sessions, Black Ops sessions, Modern Warfare 2, Left 4 Dead, Minecraft, so on and so forth, public session, so on and so forth. There you are. Now, players, okay? Shows the players, the servers, everything else that's online and all that other happy nonsense. And then, of course, you also go over to the right and you will see enable features, custom matchmaking, force modded matchmaking, change online status, change your username, and save the settings. Everything is explanatory in the right column right there, as you can see. All right? That's X Community in a nutshell. All right, and then of course we'll go on over to our fifth tab. These are your cheats. Okay, you got Advanced Warfare, Ghost, BO2, and MW3. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Once enabled, when you get into a session, you will see in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you will see instructions on how to open up the menu, which is going to be for Advanced Warfare. You hold in the left trigger, push down on the left D-pad. That will open the menu. You're going to use A to select and B to back out. All right, now to close the menu, it's the same thing. We're holding the left trigger, push down the left D-pad. Now, as far as Ghost, BO2, and MW3, all you got to do is just hold it on the left D-pad, use X to select, and B to back out on those. All right, and those are our cheats. And then we're going to bring this back to Xbox Home. And there you have it. Alessandro, thank you for your business, or repeated business, I should say. I really do appreciate it. All right, you got a nice little console right here. You got a 1-year part and labor warranty on it, of course. You're up on our server for 120 days. Life is grand. And so there you have it, man. And I want to thank you again for your repeated business. And we're going to go ahead and now we're going to say goodbye to Alessandro. All right, I'm going to turn him off. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unplug all this mess. And we're going to bring up the next one here, which happens to be Maria Rendaros. Okay, I hope I pronounced that right, Maria. I really do. Okay. I do believe who is getting this though is Julian Martinez. Okay, but however though it came in as Maria Rondales. So this one here is all yours. All right, this one is a 320 gig. Okay, slim model, and we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plug this in here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire this thing up here. All right, now it's got a little bit bigger of a complement on this thing. Okay, so of course in the system booted. Here we go. And you got a little bit more on this one. All right, so bear with me. We're going to boot up. We're going to get our notifications, and then we're going to go through this thing. And there's a little bit more on here that we can go through, as you will see, because it is a 320 gig drive versus 250. All right. Now, okay, welcome to Alliance. Then we're going to get our thing right here. Okay, we got it. Good. Okay. And then we should see, yep, we're already up to date. Life is good. We won't have to worry about that. All right, and pretty much there you have it. Now, what we're going to do, we'll go to Xbox 360, start off with the dashboard. Got some Battlefield, Borderlands, Bulletstorm, your Call of Duty's on here at the Yin Yang. You got, of course, College Hoops 2K8. You got your Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, Halo series, Mass Effect trilogy, Minecraft, NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, of course. And then, of course, back to the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade. All right, you got a ton of Live Arcade on here as well. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then we have classic game on there. We got Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition on this one. This is an original Xbox game. And then, of course, you have your indie games on there. And then you have your emulators. You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, NES emulator, and then back to Game Boy Advance. All right, now what we'll do is we'll hit the dashboard. Make sure she's right and tight and up. Oh, yeah, she's erect. She's got Viagra. There you go. She's up and online. We're good KB. All right, now hitting the guide button. As you can see, your X Community Beta, of course. And then over in our fifth tab, our cheats, disable A, enable A. Bring this back, and there you have it. So, Maria, thank you for your business. I really do appreciate it. And Julian, Maria, whoever you are, thank you again for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. We're shipping it off today. You'll have a tracking number, and you'll have it in 2 to 3 days. And remember, you have to sign for this crazy thing, okay? That's a safety precaution just for you and for me. And that way, then I know that you got the console, all right? So anyway, thank you so much for your business. I really do appreciate it. And we're going to say goodbye to Maria, all right? And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead. We got one more here. Now, this one was a special one, okay? Ah, yes. Matan Klinger. Now, Matan sent me in this thing. Now, it was like halfway RGH, not all the way. He tried to do it himself. And hey, I don't blame the guy for trying. It's all cool. His solder points were good. It was just his NAND was like completely screwed. Okay, so anyway, what I did was I redid his wiring anyway my way. Okay, and then what I did was I went ahead and we fixed his NAND. All right, and got that all done. Now, of course, he didn't send it in with a hard drive, as you can see. It is empty, okay? However, though, he did send it in with a 32 gigabyte USB, which happens to be, oh my God, if I can get it out of there. Mr. Klinger, yeah, you're going to need a pair of pliers to get that out of there, needle nose or something. But anyway, as you can see, it's stuck in there, okay? Tiny little bastard, but I put it in there anyway. All right, now, thankfully, okay, he took the fortitude and was smart enough, okay, to make backups of his NAND before he did anything. So thank God for that. All right, so anyway, I was able to recover it, bring it back to life, and here it is. Okay, now, I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to plug this thing in. And with that 32 gig, now normally I do not load USB sticks. They take forever. They're a pain in the ass. All right, they're very, very low speed. I don't like them. Okay, all right. I mean, I like a hard drive. But however, though, for him, I went ahead and what I did was I went a little bit of the extra mile, and I loaded it with a couple of things. Okay, now this is a 32 gig stick. All right, so what we're gonna do here now is I'm gonna go ahead. All right, and we're gonna power this crazy thing up. Okay, now I'm gonna swap over to the capture card. And you see that the thing, it boots like a beast. There's no problems now, thank God. No more red dot. No more none of that. It's all fixed. Now. All right. And your problem wasn't your wiring, my friend. Okay? It was not. Like I said, it was the NAND. All right? Pico flasher and all this other crap. All right? I built my own 4 gig NAND reader right here. Okay, this thing here. Let me show you this thing. Okay, this thing right here. I built this back in 2014. Okay, as you can see, bunch of wires. This is my 4 gig NAND reader. I don't need a stupid Pico flasher. I don't need a JR programmer for 4 gig. I don't need any of that crap. Okay, I believe in do it yourself. See, I'm from the generation of Chris Jewell Degenics. Okay, and Mr. Chris Degenics, he did a lot for the Xbox modding community. A ton. Okay, he was a hell of an engineer. He did a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. He was the one that first came out with the 4 gig dual NAND, which supposedly Team Executor said, "Oh, you can't do that. It'll never happen." Well, he did it. Okay, you know, a lot of people don't know this guy. All right, because unfortunately he's not with us anymore. He died of cancer. The poor guy. And you know, I loved him dearly. He was a great guy, and we always joked back and forth. He was a really, really good guy, founding member of Alliance, and you know, I mean, he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot. That man was stellar. So you know, I mean, we're kind of old OG, old school. You know, we believe in building our own stuff. All right, we don't like outright buying stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's for noobs or whatever. Okay, so anyway, needless to say, as you can see, I mean, I don't believe in all this other crap and everything. Listen, I'll do it my way. It works. That's all I'm happy about. Okay? So anyway, all right. As you can see, we booted up. And guess what? Well, as you can see, we got Aurora on there. Okay? Now, let me explain some stuff to you. It's on that USB stick, believe it or not. Okay? Xbox 360. Okay? I was able to fit a couple of games on there. You got College Hoops 2K8. You got NCAA Football 14. And, of course, you got the dashboard. Now, okay, Xbox Live Arcade. I gave you one game on there, GoldenEye 007. That's the remake of the remake that was never supposed to be released. That was released. Okay. Then of course you have your homebrew section. There's tools on there as well, and you have emulators. Yes, I put emulators on there. Okay, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance. All right. As you can see, there you have it. Now that's all on a 32 gigabyte USB stick, which is pretty impressive. Okay. The file structure on this thing, as you can see, file manager. All right, USB. There's 11 gigabytes left on it. Okay, 28.6 gigabytes out of 32. All right, you hit it, and as you can see, here's our file structure. We got Aurora, our content folder, emulators, games, homebrew, system volume information, Xbox 360, and that is where your original NANDs were. Thank God you kept them. That's all I got to say. All right, very smart. Okay, and then of course you got our Alliance initialization file, Alliance XEX, kb.bin, launch any, XBDM, okay, XBDM, XEX, XDRPC, and XDRPC, XEX, and there's XE cheats on there for you anyway. All right, so anyway, that's all stuck on a USB. Now you can easily get a hard drive, and you can copy all this stuff to the hard drive, set it up on the hard drive, and you're good to go. And what I mean by setting it up is something like this. Okay, look. When you go ahead because I know that you wanted to try and do your own RGH, and I understand that, okay? That's cool. But if you don't understand the file structure, you're going to be kind of lost in this thing, okay? So anyway, with dash launch, all right, which will come up on the screen, you'll notice our paths, okay? Well, hitting the path, you will see where default USB, Aurora.xex. You would change that to HDD1, okay? Or HDD when you put the hard drive in the Xbox, okay? You would change that, right? Now, it's the same thing with the plugins. It's the same thing with everything. All right. I mean, once you put a hard drive in it, you have to set the paths to the hard drive. Okay. This is all very important. If you don't do that, you don't want to put a mess on your hands. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, she's up and running. All right. And then of course we have our dashboard. Let's go ahead and let's visit that. And yes, you are on our server, by the way. Okay. And yes, I did save your profile on here also. So there you have it. Okay. And there's X Community Beta, of course. You have our cheats on there as well, okay? And pretty much you're up. You're online with a good KV. Your KV is on day one. Got 120 days left, okay? And as you can see, we went ahead, and like I said, we did save your Tolerant Peach. Oh, ain't she cute? Oh, skirt needs to be shorter. Anyway, as you can see, I did save your profile and all that kind of good stuff. So then we'll bring that back, Xbox Home. And there you have it. Okay. Now also, when you start this thing up, okay, there is a startup setup video. It is the same thing, except with yours, this is what you're going to do. Okay? When you have to set it up on your network, because if you don't set it up on your network, you're going to be sitting at that Xbox 360 logo for a very long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit more of an extra mile for you, and I'm going to show you what you're going to do. Okay? Now, when you first get this thing, okay, we're going to turn this thing off here. Okay? All right, let it turn off. Come on, turn off. There you go. Come on. Turn off. Turn off, damn it. There you go. All right. Now, when you first get this thing for the first time, when you put it up on your network, what you're going to do, okay, instead of pulling the hard drive and all that crap, you're going to hit the power button. Then you're going to hit the eject button. You're going to leave this tray hanging out, okay, until the system boots. Now, when the system boots, Aurora is going to suck this tray back in. All right. So I'm just going to let it boot here. All right. It's going to go into the original dashboard, actually. Okay. So there we are at the original dashboard. Now, what we're going to do is, there's the original dashboard. We're going to push the tray in. Okay. And then what you're going to do, you're going to bypass this. You're going to go over to settings. You're going to go over to system. And then you're going to go to network settings. Okay. And you see it's already up on my network. Now, this thing, it's going to scan. Okay. And it's going to pick up your network. Okay. When you do that, all you got to do, okay, is just hit A, and then what you do is you just test the Xbox Live connection. You're going to get a check mark, and then you're going to get 2 red X's. Now, if you don't get a check mark, then your network or your router is not set up for this Xbox, pretty much, which means you're on a 1-band router, which is 5 gigahertz, okay? You have to make sure that you are running bisexual, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz on your router, okay? Make sure you got the 2040 option, check marked, so that way then it sees the router. Because otherwise, if it doesn't see it, what's going to happen is all of those things are going to be red. You will not connect on the network. You will not boot up. You will not get nothing. Okay. So therefore, make sure you get a check mark and 2 red X's. The reason that's happening is Dash Launch protecting the KV. It's not letting it reach out to Xbox Live servers or anything, which is a good thing. Okay. But that is what you want. Okay. That is exactly what you want. And then what you do, okay, is once it's tested and done, then all you got to do is just bring it back here. All right, now if you want to go in and change some stuff or whatever, just go to Xbox Home. All right, and then that's going to take you to Aurora, actually. Okay. Also, there's also FX menu on this thing. So as you can see, there you go. And now we'll bring this back to the dashboard right here, and you will notice too, okay, with the guide, when you hit the guide, you will notice that you just have a regular normal guide with the Aurora guide dashboard on there. Okay, you don't have Alliance because it's not using the plugins. We use bypass mode to bypass the plugins. Okay, so needless to say, there you go. All right, now what's going to happen here is once that's done here, you'll see that it's not online. Okay, that's okay. Now, once we get to this point right here, all right, what we do is we go ahead and we power the system off. Okay, and we just powered the system off. All right, and she's shutting down. Come on, turn off, turn off. I hate that one. It does that. Okay. Now, that's background downloads. All right. So anyway, now once that happens here, what I recommend to people is, okay, because, well, this is on my router, so it's all cool already. The DNS is okay. However, though, when it finds your router and all that, the DNS is going to be screwed, okay? So what you have to do, pull the power on it and leave it out for 5 minutes. Let the south bridge die completely, okay? Make sure every ounce of power is out of this crazy thing. That way, then it's clear. All right. Now, what you're gonna do, once that's done, you plug it back in, and then the most simplest thing, power it on. All right. I'm gonna bring it over to the capture card here. All right, and now she's up. She's running. Now, if you don't do that setup, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be sitting at that screen for a very long time. Okay. And then finally it's going to go. Now, as you can see, it stopped moving, which is good. That means it locked the server. And now we're going to see Welcome to Alliance. And now we're going to see that everything is all cool with it. And there you have it, okay? And now she's up, she's online, and she's good. All right, so now we'll check out the dashboard and make sure. Let's see what happens here. Okay. And she's up and she's online. Now, also, there is one other thing that you must realize on this thing, okay? If you do not get it online, okay, and let's just say that that's a black screen and that you're not online, you didn't connect to the server, or you did but you're not on live, okay, well, go to Dash Launch right here, okay, run Dash Launch, go down to your network. Make sure all of these are red. Okay? All of these have got to be red. If they're green like that, well, XHTTP, oh, it will act like it's connected, but it's not. Okay? These two, if these two are green, hell, you can forget it. Okay? Because that's the live block and live strong. So needless to say, all of these need to be red. Okay? So once they're red, then all you got to do is hit RB. All right? And then, like I said, you see you would have HDD. See, there's no disk. Okay? Now, if you put an HDD in there, that would come alive. Okay? But I'm going to save the launch any to the USB stick. So we hit X. It's saved. B to back out. Okay? Then shut it down, start it back up, and you'll be fine. Your session will be fine. Okay? So anyway, there you have it. So Matan, thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. I give you an E for effort on trying to RGH3 it yourself. But like I said, the wiring wasn't the problem. Okay? Your wiring was good. Your soldering was good. The problem was that freaking Pico flasher freaking piece of garbage. Okay? There you go. All right? Need I say more? I don't care what anybody says. All right? You either give me a J runner, an X flasher, or a homemade 4 gig NAND reader. Okay? You know, if you're going to get into this, and you know, there's a lot of people that want to get into doing this and everything else, there is do-it-yourself guides. There is lots of information out there on YouTube and Google and all that. You know, and like I said, you know, I'm old school. I believe in, you know, hey, listen, this has worked all of these years this way. I'm not going to change it, you know. I mean, the only difference that's happened now is RGH3, thanks to Alexi, 15432, and his craziness of microcoding, okay, on a TSOP, because that's basically what he did. And he turned an RGH into a half-breed friggin' JTAG. All right, that's what he did. Which is, my hat's to him, my hat's off to him. Also, Josh Davidson, okay, and him finding the PLL on this crazy thing to make that happen, actually, because, you know, with the PLL, the boot times are ridiculously wonderful. With RGH 1.2, never had a problem, booted every time. Because why? We had the PLL on this thing. That's why the Jaspers always booted so good, because they had the PLL, RGH 1.2. Okay? Now we have it on the Slim. So now, I mean, all of them boot absolutely fabulous. So, my hat's off to those guys, okay, for researching and developing and all that. I've known Alexi for years. I've known Josh. I mean, these guys are really, really good. Element, he's another one. Really good guys. So, you know, listen, hats off to you guys. Thank you very, very much. And also, shout out to my good friend, Mr. Mario. I miss you, brother. We got to get back together again and talk sometime, man. We really do. Okay, it's been too long, actually. But anyway, guys, listen. These are all getting shipped out today. You'll have your tracking numbers and all that. All right, I'm also going to send you startup setup video, okay, for you to follow. If you don't follow it, that's on you, okay, because, you know, I mean, like I said, look, I just showed you how to put it online. Okay, I just did that here and now. All right, I'm repeating myself. I do that video for a reason. It covers a lot more than what I just covered in this session right here. Okay, so please watch that startup setup video, so that way then you understand the inner workings of this thing as well as the file system, because you're going to need to do that, because when you want to hash rosters and all that kind of good stuff for like you know, for you know, NCA 14 and all that, well, you're going to have to understand the file system, okay, or you're going to have to get somebody to do it for you. Now, what do you want to do? You want someone to do it for you, or do you want to be able to do it yourself on the fly? I would take the latter, actually. But anyway, listen, you all have a good one. I'm going to holler at you later. Have a great day, guys. Be safe, be kind, remember to rewind, and you all take care. And I'm building more Xboxes. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one.